Dozens injured. Firefighters rushed to the hospital. A factory explosion with potential for more victims. Good evening. I'm Christine Johnson.
I'm Maurice Dubois. One explosion sent emergency workers rushing into the cosmetics warehouse and factory.
And a second explosion, when they got there, sent them rushing to safety. It also created concern for the Orange County community surrounding the New Windsor business.
Let's bring in CBS 2's Brian Conybeare. He's near the scene where crews are still working to get this thing out. Brian.
Yeah, Maurice and Christine, the fire is actually still burning and smoke is still billowing from the factory right behind me. It is called Verla International, a cosmetics company here on Temple Hill Road in New Windsor. The road remains closed here nearly 7 hours after the first explosion rocked the facility, sending 30 employees and 7 firefighters to the hospital. You could see the flames through a gash in the wall of the Verla Cosmetics Company in New Windsor, where 250 workers were forced to evacuate by a series of chemical explosions.
I was sitting at my desk and I kind of thought it was just lightning or something. It was just a big bang and everything kind of shook.
We just heard the explosion, and after that I saw all the people running away.
Worker Juan Pablo Marcus says people were choking and gasping for air. Many used bandanas or masks to cover their faces from the thick black and gray smoke, but at least one woman collapsed.
She was breathing all that smoke, so then she started with the asthma and stuff like that. She get like a panic of asthma, so she fell in the floor.
7 firefighters responding to the initial explosion at about 10:30 a.m. were injured when even more highly flammable chemicals blew up. 2 were sent to the Westchester Medical Center burn unit, and Salima Mohammed says her husband, a Newburgh fire lieutenant, was treated at St. Luke's Cornwall Hospital.
A wall came down, I guess after the explosion came down on him, and he fractured his right ankle. So we're still blessed because it could have been so much worse.
Fire officials say the men had to go in to fight the blaze, but they did not expect a second explosion.
We're always looking for the possibility of that, but we do have a job to do as firefighters, so our firefighters do enter the building.
The acrid smoke billowed out of the burning building, and Orange County ordered residents and schools within a half mile to shelter in place and close their windows to avoid any potential exposure. Neil Schlesinger was forced to close his restaurant right next door to the factory.
Scary stuff, yeah, especially because of what they manufacture there, because of all the chemicals, nail polish, perfumes.
The State Department of Environmental Conservation brought in air monitors as a precaution.
Is the air safe to breathe?
Well, Brian, at this point, right now, the air appears safe to breathe. We're going to monitor that long term.
The factory here makes off-brand cosmetics using alcohol and other chemicals, and that is the concern for all this smoke. Officials say one worker has been officially listed as missing. He's unaccounted for, but he may have evacuated and left his cell phone inside the building. They're still looking for him. Thankfully, none of the injuries involved are considered life-threatening, but hospital officials are warning anyone who has tightness of breath or difficulty breathing to go ahead and get checked out as a precaution. The shelter-in-place order has now been lifted. Reporting live in New Windsor, Orange County, Brian Conybeare, CBS 2 News.
Okay, Brian, thank you.